The color wheel is the primer for how to mix color, but all by itself it creates a beautiful work of art, especially when you add glitter. Katie, are you ready to make a color wheel?
I can't wait. This is so pretty.
I love it. It's super sparkly because we've added glitter. And we're just using, let's take a look at what we need to make it. So we're just using some tissue paper in every color under the in the rainbow. A styrofoam disc, some ribbon, you'll need some pens, some glitter glue pens, and then some clear school glue.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing I've done is I went ahead and cut some tissue paper that is 1 inch, hangs over 1 inch around the styrofoam disc. So if I set it this way, you can see slightly bigger, approximately. And then you're going to use your school glue, clear school glue, to paint a coat of this onto the disc.
Okay, and you don't have to be super careful here, right? Because you just want to put enough glue that you can attach your paper?
Right, and when you use tissue paper, you'll see that it soaks up the glue super easy, and it kind of just all starts melting to the surface. And then you're going to use your paintbrush with the glue on it to seal it to your disc.
So this is pretty much decoupage.
That's right. So you'll just keep adding layers of tissue paper, and that's only so that you, because styrofoam has a kind of bumpy surface to it.
Right.
So when you add multiple layers of tissue paper to it,
smooths it out.
It makes it more smooth. Exactly. So you would just keep doing this and sealing it with this glue in between each layer, and then you're going to go around the edge. You can see how glassy that makes it look, which I love.
It does. It has a stained glass look too.
Right. And so then you would go around the edge and make some notches. And you'll want to put like 3 layers of tissue paper on this.
Okay.
You can really put as many as you want, but 3 seems to do the trick. And then you'll seal over your edges onto the disc with more glue.
Looks good.
Mm-hmm. And we'll have something like this one.
All right.
So the next thing you want to do, right, is add some color.
Right, and so what you do is lay some pieces of tissue paper together in rainbow order. And this one is starting with yellow. So yellow is going to be on the bottom when we start attaching our colors. And we have a pattern for the diamond on the website that you can print out and trace, or you can make one that is, freehand, I guess,
right,
with a ruler and pencil. You use your scissors to cut through all the layers of tissue paper. And you just want to make sure that you don't cut your pattern so that all of your pieces are even. And then you'll layer these onto the disc. So we'll cut these out so that you can get started.
This is really pretty, but you can make one of these to match your room, or you could do tissue paper in any color.
Yeah, and I like the idea that you can talk about the primary colors too, and all the various colors that are on the color wheel.
In between.
That's right.
So then we also have this pattern on our website where we can put it against the side of the disc, and with this number of colors, we can make perfect markings all the way around. And you would just take your straight pens, mark it, and you would do that for the entire length of the disc, and then Katie, show us how they go on.
Sure, so first you're going to start with the yellow one and place it onto your disc. You want to make sure that this point is toward the pin and this point is toward the center point. So we need a ruler. Okay. So we can find out where that center line is.
Here's your 1 inch side.
So this is an 8-inch disc. We'll know that at the 4 would be in the center.
Right
so
there.
Let's move this over so that we can make sure that it's pointing toward the center.
Okay.
Okay, so you will layer this one down, and you can go ahead and glue it down.
All right.
And then we'll add the next one. So you keep going all the way around until you have this.
Okay.
And then
we're going to add some glitter glue, my favorite part.
Here, I'll take this one out of your way.
Okay. So glitter glue, you know, comes in a million colors. We're going to put the matching color on top of the areas that it goes with, right? And you can kind of overlap a little bit. Do you want to brush that out a little bit?
Sure. It smells good too.
It does. I'm going to put some green on this side, and I'll use a clean brush for my side.
All right.
It's incredible how this glue makes everything so glassy.
It has a nice shine.
I like it. And then you're only staying in the diamond-shaped areas. And then to finish it up, we're gonna make, if you look at our finished one, we have it trimmed out in ribbon.
You're going to cut a piece that fits all the way around the outside of the disc.
Okay.
And a piece that you use to make your bow hanger.
Okay.
So I'll give you this one, and we can pin it down. We already have our pins on the edge there.
Yeah.
So we'll
This
just
part
use
doesn't
one
have
of
glitter.
those.
Yeah. So we'll just put the edge of glue sort of towards the bottom. And the great thing about using black ribbon is because it's a non-color. Did you know that? Black is a non-color.
I did, but it's a secret of color theory.
It's very mysterious.
It is.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about what color wheels are used for in art?
Sure. I love this project because you can use it. You could hang it up next to your workspace, and you can look at the colors and see what's opposite each other to see things that have high contrast. Or these are called analogous colors, when the colors are right next to each other. And I like those too because you get some different tones in your artwork. So you can stick with favorite colors for projects, but it also gives you some new ideas for how to use color in your projects.
Perfect explanation.
Thank you.
So we would just finish this up by trimming out the entire disc with ribbon. And then on the back, you can hang it by creating a bow and using the tails
Should we
glued
look at
onto
the
the
back
back.
of this
Yeah,
one?
let's look at the back. There we go. And we just used our thick craft glue to adhere these to the back of the disc, as well as we finished the center by dipping in a thumbtack and pushing it in the center.
And then you cover up your center point. Perfect.